Hello, my name is Grayson Berry, and for this project I interviewed Miss Little from Shirley Elementary School. For this project, she didn't say a particular subject that her students were struggling with, but she did tell me that her students at the beginning of the year struggled with phonics and reading skills, and she integrated some technology into their lessons and have seen their skills strengthen and grow just throughout this semester. I've came up with some more ways she could use technology to help them strengthen even more. And so she had trouble with her students' overall reading skills. She integrated technology into their everyday lessons, and she's seen so much growth in their skills already. Some technology sources that she used were ABC Mouse and IXL. And that's just what the students use to practice those skills on. I have come up with more ways to incorporate technology in her students' learning. For Miss Little's class, her students are between the ages of 7 to 8, some are 9 years old, and are currently in first grade. She has a class of about 23 students. The lesson that I created will address the Common Core State Standards because it follows the Strand Standard Reading 4. These standards say that students should be able to interpret words and phrases as they are used in text, including determining technical, cognitive, and figurative meaning, and analyze how specific word choices shape meaning, or tone. The lesson also addresses the 1.6 C standard of the NETS standards, which states how one should communicate complex ideas clearly and effectively by creating or using a variety of digital objects such as visualization, models, or simulations. These are two examples of worksheets that would involve both of those standards. So the first one is for the Strand Standard Reading, the number 4, and then the second example is a worksheet for the 1.6 C standard of the NETS standards. So that's just an idea of those. My technology resource, my first one is an interactive activity, which is just like computer games for the students. Students would practice their silent E skills to help improve their understanding of phonics and also their reading skills. So it kind of incorporate both of those subjects by playing this game. They just have to get the question right, does the word hat need a silent E? And if they were to say no, then they would go to the no section. If they were to say yes, then they would go to the yes section, and the little blue guys would either eat them if they got it wrong, or they'd move on to the next level if they got it right. My second technology source is instructional software. Soft Schools is a great resource for many different kinds of instructional software. For phonics, this game is a great way for students to practice their spelling. So I was thinking she could pull this game up on the smartboard and divide her class into a few 3 or 4 groups, and they would each have to come up to the smartboard and spell these words and just put them in order, and each group would get points if they got their word correct. Another technology source would be online digital storytelling. These books are great practice for reading skills and a great way to create a story that better explains a lesson that a student is struggling with in a more engaging way. So you could make a story about rhyming if a student is struggling with rhyming, and put his name into the story, or if you like dinosaurs, make a story about dinosaurs, and it'd be very engaging and help him learn the skills better. The first thing the teacher will begin the lesson by reading and playing the digital storybook that she created, or making a storybook for every kid, or like a few groups of kids, and they could read it silently or together. Then she would have the students individually play the interactive computer games. Then she would use the instructional software spelling game over the smartboard and create teams. To assess the students' learning, the students will be assessed by 3 different assessment tools, covering what they learned from technology they used for practice. And these are the assessments I would use. So one's a game. This one would just be a worksheet that I would either print out or put it up on the smartboard, and they could fill in the vowels with the marker. And the last one is just like a little IXL quiz that would assess their learning on rhyming words.